All right, guys, so it was my birthday this weekend, and it took me a little bit longer to get my review up, but, you know, people ask me, what would you like to do this weekend? I mean, do anything, go party, go to bars, get wild, get weird. It's like, I kind of want to see Ant-Man. All right, so Ant-Man, it's about Scott Lang. He's a criminal, he's a thief, he's a good guy at heart, but, you know, he's just kind of, this is the world he's into now. He cares about his daughter, he wants to do right by her, and Michael Douglas, who plays Hank Pym, notices this, sees that he's a really good thief, really good criminal, and wants to give him a chance to redeem himself. So he recruits Scott Lang into wearing the Ant-Man suit in order to steal some other technology. The tech is basically a weaponized version of the Ant-Man suit, and it's going to get into the wrong hands and really lead to some apocalyptic type stuff. So if you don't know already, there were some issues with the production of this movie. Edgar Wright, who wrote and directed the Cornetto trilogy, which is Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End, he was attached to this. He wrote the script for this and was going to direct it, but he left for creative differences at a point in time. So they had to bring some other people in. Paul Rudd and Adam McKay had to finish the script. And while I wholeheartedly trust Marvel, I mean, they haven't given me a reason not to, this scared me a lot. I was like, I don't know, how are they going to pull this one off? Well, as usual, they did. They did it again beautifully. I really enjoyed this movie. I kind of loved this movie. So let's get into the good stuff. First off, this movie is funny. I mean, it's borderline hilarious at times. I was laughing consistently throughout this whole movie. And my God, Michael Pena, I love that man. He's in a bucket that includes people like Sam Rockwell, where you just don't see them that often, but when you do, they are just so likable, entertaining, bring great acting chops. I love that little bucket of those kind of actors and actresses out there. So just in case you don't know, like Ant-Man and his powers and abilities, he can literally shrink down to ant size, but he has the same strength as he does as, you know, his human size. So if he comes up and runs across your shoulder and punches your chin, it really feels like a guy hit you. It's even worse because he's so small that it actually almost feels like a rubber bullet caught you on the chin. I mean, you can tell. So it's pretty powerful at this size. He's ridiculously strong and effective. But one other thing I really liked was that he's able to, through this little earpiece he wears, he's able to telepathically communicate with ants. And you see that in the trailers, and when I saw it, I was like, wait, really? That seems really silly. I loved it. The ants were like so cool. They're like his little buddies, and they care about him, and they help him out, and he cares about them, and there's just this cool like relationship that they have. I really loved that. And the ants are involved in some of the coolest action scenes in the whole movie, and that's something I got to touch on real quick, is how cool the action scenes are in this movie just in general. His power lends itself to some really awesome fight scenes with the main villain, Yellow Jacket. It's different from anything that you've seen from the other Marvel movies, and it's some of my favorite action, maybe other than Winter Soldier. This is my favorite action movie out of all the Marvel movies, by far. And lastly, and probably most importantly, what this movie did for me is it gave me hope for the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the long term. One thing that's always concerned me about the MCU is, I mean, man, at a point in time, you know, we always want them to go bigger, badder, stronger, more explosions. You know, protect the state, protect the country, protect the world, protect the galaxy, protect the universe. That's what we're going to get with Thanos here in the next few years. But where do you go after that? How do you one up going up against Thanos? What this movie did is it showed me actually what you can still make a smaller movie and actually downsize it, yet make it feel epic, thrilling, entertaining, great action, and relevant to the overall MCU, you know, story and what's going on in the MCU. So between this movie and Guardians of the Galaxy, it really gives me hope in that there's sustainability and some real longevity to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So while I am praising this movie, there were actually a few kind of almost like obvious problems with this movie. First and foremost, man, this is a long movie. I really feel like they should have been able to shave off 15 or 20 minutes. And during a few scenes, the editing was awful. I mean, it was sloppy, it was choppy. And look, while I really like Corey Stoll in other movies and TV shows, his character, who's the bad guy in this movie, God, he's kind of a whiny, prissy bitch. He was way too overly villainous at times. Almost felt like a Draco Malfoy at times. I just wanted to slap him in his face. Although he was really cool once he got the suit on. That was cool. His mask, that worked. So overall, guys, this is one of my favorite movies of the summer, and this is one of my favorite movies in the MCU. And I can't wait to see Ant-Man show up in future Marvel movies, especially one coming up with Civil War. And I'm definitely going to buy this on Blu-ray. So based on my grading scale, which you can see in the description below, I would give this a 4 out of 5. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts. Take it or leave it. But what do you guys think? Are you excited about Ant-Man? Are you excited about where the MCU is going? I am. Are you? Tell me in the comments section. Let's talk about it. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate you watching. If you like this, feel free to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and let's do this again soon, all right? I'll check you later.
Check you later. Check you later.
Hey, man, get off my case.
Oh, man. Chicks don't want to hear that shit.